This is my third time recording this because I didn't like what I was doing. So this is much of a ranty video, and I think this is going to be my last time recording it. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. So I'm using Sketchbook to draw and Youcut in order to, get all my stuff and edit it together. So those are very good apps. This is all done on the Samsung Note 10 Plus. I love it. It's really helpful, and it helps me do reels and shorts and all that stuff and TikTok, whatever. And follow me on those links down below. Blah, 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 blah. So, God of War Ragnarok, and this is spoilers. I'm just gonna come right off the bat. I do not like the story. I have zero merit in gameplay. I hear the gameplay is very good and universally agreed it's great. But the story sucks. And here's the main critiques I have. Let's split it down so you guys can just leave, and I don't know. If anyone watches this video, you guys can just say, oh, you're wrong because you don't like this and I do. And okay, whatever, that's your opinion, but I don't care. So, reason number one, and I think this is what really bogs down the game, dialogue. It is Disney level dialogue. It is horrid. The dialogue is horrible. Number two, character contradictions and consistency. It's bad. Kratos especially is one of the worst contenders for this. People are like, oh, he's a changed man. A certain person was saying that you're brain dead for thinking that the way he went was bad. No, the way he went was unnatural and it wasn't justified. It's in that matter of time. I would also say the third critique of this game would be scale. And that's in scale of, spectacle, especially during the cutscenes. So let's address the... And I'd say the fourth is more story, but I like the foundation they laid for the story, but the way they executed it is similar to the prequels. Maybe they could have had a really good story, but the prequels messed it up really badly with editing and pacing, and I think that this is the same. So let's go on to why the dialogue is bad, and I'm going to do some comparisons here and there to God of War 2018. Oh, also right here, I'm shading everything in, just to give more depth to the character rather than it just being, plain old lines and everything. And sorry, the stuff I'm going to do will be like ranting and talking about my characters while also, or not my characters, sorry, but talking about, who I'm drawing while also, just talking about this. And hopefully we'll see what happens here. So, dialogue. I think the fact that in the first scene with Odin and Thor when they come in, and Odin is talking like a 40-year-old... I swore in the first recording of this. I don't think I'm going to swear on this channel. Maybe I will. Fuck it. I don't care. The fact that Odin talks like a 40-year-old fucking hipster is ridiculous. Why is he talking like a hipster? It's so stupid. And oh my gosh, it's a take on him. Shut up. If you want to have a antagonizing villain, don't make him talk like a hipster unless that directly ties into who he is. And oh, he's a gaslighter and he just uses his words to sway you. Dude, I would not let anybody that talks like that within 40 feet of me without playing Mississippi Queen. So, yeah, Odin being a hipster like that is frankly ridiculous. He talks like that. One scene where he's like, oh, let me sweeten the deal. No one talks like that. The fact that they talk like that during a time like this where it's like supposed to be old, like an older generation of people like back in time, right? No one talked like this back then. No one did. And you don't want your character, who's supposed to be the wisest person in that place, he traded his eye for knowledge. You don't want him to be talking like a hipster because he doesn't come off as intimidating. And in the scenes you need him to become intimidating, he will never be intimidating. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's really dumb. And Atreus constantly, going back and forth and like, oh, also Angrboda talking like that. And signed Rant, I don't think I'm going to talk about Angrboda again because she literally is, you can take her out of the game. She doesn't matter. She really doesn't matter. All she does is give Loki, like a jar full of marbles. Or sorry, a bag full of marbles, and then they go attack his old grandma because she's killing random animals. Okay. Also right here, I'm drawing the axe. This axe took a while to draw. It looks fast, but it was a while. It was annoying to draw this axe, and I really like the look of it. So, back to my little rant. Yeah, Loki is a little shit. I honestly think if this was back then, Kratos would just punch him. I don't care. You're telling a story that takes place in a universe that does not care about people. They don't care. They're a warrior culture. So, seeing all these characters that are very like, oh, we want peace, it doesn't really make sense to me in a warrior type culture. The first game was very simple and it built the universe and it was mysterious. But now that they revealed all their cards, I don't think I want to stay in that world. I'd rather go to, I don't know, somewhere else. Go right back to Greece where Zeus was just shooting, just destroying Sparta for no reason. Because he's like, fuck you, Kratos. So, dialogue, it's cringy. Characters keep making snide remarks. You can go look up the boat scene, flying boat, God of War Ragnarok on YouTube, and you will see exactly the problem with the game. Now imagine that scene where they're all talking over each other, making stupid quips over the whole game. Because I've heard that they just backseat game you while they're trying to solve puzzles, and it's the same characters. It's not good. It does not seem good at all. It's ridiculous. Like, the old games could get away with kind of cheesy dialogue because guess what? It was a Greek tragedy and it was taking place in ancient times. Oh, going back to the video, I'm putting down red and I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm outlining these segments because I want to fill them in with white so that it pops out because I'm going to turn the whole background the same color red as the eyes or as Kratos' dead wife and daughter are. I'm just going to turn it white, Yeah, see right there. And the reason for this is to make it pop, to make the details pop more. And after that, I'm going to shade it in to even make some details pop more and have it less of a, I would say less of a visual stimulation. I don't want too much of that. I kind of want you to just focus on the colors and more simple details. Okay, back to Rant. So dialogue, MCU humor, it's really MCU level, and I'm not joking. I was hyped for this game, and I started watching, and immediately when Odin came on, my expectations are dead. Except for the scene where Kratos just didn't beat the shit out of Freya for no reason. Like, you're hunting him down. Kratos would have just stomped you out. I don't care if he feels bad. He would have stomped you out, and he would have told you what I did was right. And you caused your son to be like this. Also, Freya being Queen of the Valkyries is kind of, I don't know if that's actual Norse mythology. Maybe it is. It's just kind of stupid. I don't remember her being like a fighter in the first game. I remember her being a great mage, which I like that way more. Like, if you want, you can do like more magic sections around Freya fighting Kratos. And Freya should have never got back with Kratos, which goes into my second point. Characters being not consistent. Oh my gosh. Atreus, you told me that your father is sad and that he didn't mean it, blah 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 blah. Okay, I'll go back to you, Atreus. Now we can go hang out like a cool Disney movie family. Oh, the dwarfs too, with Mogi going fuck her, fuck her, fuck. He just swears all the time like a sailor. It's a adult Disney movie. Oh my gosh, they swear a little. That's so mature. Shut up. The most mature scene in this entire game, and the only part I like that would be consistent if it weren't for this glaring fact that I'm going to bring up, is when Kratos takes his son, Atreus, right? And they leave after Brock is killed. I thought that was the most mature moment in the game because Kratos knows how bad it's going to get and he wants his son out of there. And I would have liked if he took them out and something else brought them back in, not Kratos going, "You're a wounded animal. You got to go back in and fucking kill Odin?" Okay. I mean, you guys were planning a rebellion against Odin. Yeah, he's gonna kill one of you. That's what's gonna happen. Plus, like, I don't know, Odin. I feel like none of these characters have too strong of a from what I've seen, all of it's through dialogue. Show, don't tell. Oh wow, they had this great war and it left people desecrated. I don't know, nothing really seems too desecrated. It's been like too long of a timeline and it just seems like all these people are grumpy. They seem to be perfectly fine. Like there you see like in the first game I felt like you saw more of the results of the war between the giants and whatever. And also, I'm so annoyed the fact that, I thought it would be much more interesting. I like what they did with the Youcut mask, where it kind of drove Odin crazy. But I thought it would be way more interesting if, they weren't a little rebellion because everything has to be Star Wars now too. They have to be a little rebellion, even though giants literally represent like chaos in Norse mythology. But no, they're the good guys. Kratos Odin's the bad guy. Oh my gosh, it's dumb. I think they should have villainized Odin more, made him more menacing. I forgot the third point I was gonna say. I don't really care. I guess the third point would be. Yeah, I don't know. But going back to the second point with mischaracterization, Freya, she forgives Kratos. Kratos is a huge problem. He always apologizes, which is stupid. He should justify his actions and say, "No, I believed in what I did was right." And he should not ever apologize. He's the God of War. He can kill like anybody in this game. He should have also killed Odin any chance he got, but no, he wants to believe in his son. Oh, whatever. And also, the whole thing with him declaring war, basically by saying, "No, I don't want peace," but then later he says, "Oh, I don't want war." It's like, that is stupid. That is such a stupid thing. It's dumb. It's really dumb. They're applying modern standards to Norse mythology. It's just dumb. That's all I'm gonna say. This isn't the most well in-depth review or whatever. This is more of a rant. I think this game had a lot of potential, and I'm very disappointed by the fact that I watched 7 hours of this and I got barely any enjoyment. Only enjoyment I got was when I saw Thor, because he actually had an arc. Alright, so what's going to happen is I'm about to finish up because I don't want to go over this while I'm ranting. It'll take time away. I'm going to show the line work, then the color beneath it, and it's going to show two different versions. One which has the gritted teeth, and then one which is this current one with the eye. And basically the reason I'm showing this is so that you can see the process of it and like before, after, kind of how it looks like. So, scale and story were my last 2 points. Scale with this game it feels really small, which I don't feel is appropriate for something like Ragnarok. And this is really a big problem towards the end of the game, where, hey, you're getting all the armies of Niflheim or whatever the hell, you're getting all these armies from the 9 realms, and Kratos gives a speech to about 5 people. These 5 people who, like I said, this is so Disney-like, because we're a band of brothers, we're a band of little rebels, even though giants are chaos beings, as stated. And I'm so tired of this stupid rebel trope. This is God of War, just the God of War stories, dumbed down and with less personal attachment to, like, hey, I want to get revenge on this guy. It's stupid. It doesn't feel like, Odin does not feel that big and bad, honestly. Oh my gosh, he's a gaslighter. Oh, that's so bad. That's so horrible. Okay, whatever. So, scale, really big problem towards the end of the game, because they should have had way more people. And it's just a little ragtag group of people. That's it. Now, moving on to story. As I stated before, I like the story. I like what they laid out. But the way it was executed was hard. It's just, the pacing breaks so much. And this is the final picture, which I saw and I really like. Pacing breaks so much. It's no fun. You just feel like it's a slog to get through, in my opinion, because of all these like breaks, and it's just so complicated. There's so many characters that are unnecessary or that don't even really add to the story, and there's so much melodrama between Atreus and Kratos. So the story, I'm gonna give a 3 out of 10. I also laid out my complaints in my Instagram post, which is much more well thought out than this, because I just got off of watching it, so I have much better points. I hope not to really do much of this in the future. I want to talk about stuff I like, and I'll probably do more well-informed videos. We'll see how this does. Probably no one's going to watch it anyway. So I hope you all have a good day, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Goodbye.